curious, what would it feel like if by doing just one thing in your business, marketing wise, okay? I always talk about marketing, but this one thing, if you did this, how would you feel if this one thing could actually double your revenue growth? At least double. And so that's what I'm going to share with you today. If we haven't actually met yet before, welcome. My name is Gina Tassinelli. I am the owner and founder of Hype Media, Stylishly Branded, and Style Rebel Mama. And I work with high level experts just like yourself, coaches, consultants, established experts, professional service providers to help you to stand out on social media in a way that makes you become this irresistible powerhouse to premium clients. Typically, they're going to find you online because that's what we work with. And we do this with a very simple, holistic marketing system that ignites your influence, builds impact, and shows you as a bold, humanized presence. So, one of the ways that we do this is with an anchor piece of content that if you can do this following a very power value successful formula that we teach, you can at least double your revenue month after month. And here's what I mean by doubling. Okay. So let's say that you are a coach and currently right now you sell $5,000 a month. If you were to double that, you would be making $10,000 a month, right? Or even more. So, what I want to talk to you about is the ultimate strategy of implementing impact driven, value based videos into your marketing. And there's lots of studies, lots of research out there that tells us that integrating video marketing into your business can lead to a 34% increase in your conversion rate. That is huge. That is not a number that you want to pretend that doesn't exist. And I know there are so many amazing entrepreneurs out there. Some of you that typically watch my lives, or maybe you come back to this replay, that you still have not consistently been showing up on video. Maybe you've done one and you're like, nobody showed up. So what's the point of doing it again, right? Here's the thing. It doesn't happen overnight. Okay. So this takes practice. There is a strategy. You have to have intent. You have to have purpose. I'm going to share some of those strategies with you in just a moment. But when you do this and you do it consistently and you do it in a way that's providing value to your audience, you are going to attract more and more of your ideal clients. They are going to get to know, trust, and eventually want to buy from you. And I know this because this has been my own journey. So I have been doing live streams now since about somewhere around 2011 or so. I've done over 1,000 plus live streams at this point. And it's something that I religiously do once a week. That's it. I mean, I do more, but once a week at least. Okay. And once a week is what I started with for a long time. The second time that I show up live on video is typically going to be inside of one of my free Facebook groups, one of my community. Okay. But when I'm talking about adding live video to your marketing plan, to your marketing strategy, doing one a week somewhere where it's public. So right now, this is actually streaming on Facebook and on LinkedIn. On Facebook in multiple places. LinkedIn, just my personal business profile. Doing this in a public place, using the right keywords, the right key phrases, using the right content, saying the right things. And what I mean by that is giving value, sharing information, educating your audience on things that they are really asking about, that they want to know more about. That's how this can really allow you to double your revenue, at least double. I'm being really conservative here, honestly, but you have to have a strategy, like I said. Okay, so imagine what a 34% increase in conversions can do for your business. I want you to think about that for a second. That's huge. Just by showing up on video for 10 to 15 minutes once a week. Does it take a lot of planning? No, it doesn't. If you are a true expert, if you do what you say you do, if you walk the talk, there's no reason why it should take you longer than that. Planning this out, you can batch this out, planning, sitting down once a month and planning out your topics for the next 4 weeks. You have an entire month's worth of live video streams. I want to walk you through just some of the things that you can do with live video because hopefully by the end of this, you're like, okay, Gina, you have finally convinced convinced me that I need to be adding this to my marketing plan if I actually want to show up on social media, if I want to be paid attention to, if I want to magnetize my ideal clients, and if I don't want to get lost in all of the noise. Okay. So I talked about revenue growth, right? So it literally can 2x or more your revenue. Okay. Engagement. They are much more engaging than text only content. And the engagement doesn't just happen on the actual social media platforms. By the way, your videos, when they are public videos, like what I'm doing right now on my business page, because this is also streaming on my business page over on my personal profile, these can actually be found in the search engines. So you're not just restricted to what people are seeing inside of these social media platforms, which is going to spike your engagement. Videos tend to get 3 times more engagement than any other piece of content on social media. Okay. And when I talk about engagement, I'm talking about 3 times more likes, shares, and comments. Shares are huge, comments are next, and then reactions, meaning likes. Conversion rate improvements. Videos can 4x your conversion rate. This implies to turning viewers into actual visitors to your website, or to taking a call to action, taking action on a call to action, turning those visitors into actual paying clients and customers, or whatever other desired action that you're looking for them to do. That's huge. So another way of using video where you can increase that conversion rate is actually on your landing pages, on your website pages. So I'm not just necessarily talking about video marketing just on social media, but just video in general. You can typically, a landing page is going to get about a 5% conversion rate. I mean, you want it to be at least 20%, but we see like 5% without video. With video, you boost that 20% and higher, sometimes 50%, 60% or more. You have to have, you have to be saying the right thing in the right order to make that work. But the point is actually using video. Lead generation. That's another one. Significantly increasing your lead generation efforts by at least 5 times. So if you're like, I did this post, and I do what we call inside of our programs are activation posts. They're also known as like raise hand posts, where we want people to raise their virtual hand, right? And so sometimes people are like, well, nobody said anything. I asked a question. I said, hey, if I did a training on blank, would you be interested? And it just got crickets, right? That takes a little bit of practice, and sometimes it's just rewording things, but try it out with a video and see what happens. We see our clients getting 5 times more leads when they're using video to do an activation post. We're trying to get people to raise their virtual hand. Okay. So big difference to just being stagnant with images and text content. Now, I'm not at all saying don't use content that is just text or that is image and text. I'm not saying that at all, because you definitely want to have a good mix. Not everybody consumes content in the same way. But for those of you that are not using video at all, or maybe are just doing it very sporadically, this is what you're missing out on. Let's talk about some ways to do this. The first thing I want to share with you is that using video as a tool, it's going to establish you as an authority and an expert in your niche online, because people see your face, they see that you're a real person, they get to know your personality, they get to hear your voice, right? All the quirkiness. For those of you that have been around and following me for a while, you know that I can get silly sometimes, right? And there's things that happen when I'm live that I wouldn't expect to happen if I was recording a video, but it's okay. It just adds to the entire human element of what I'm trying to put out there. So I'm not trying to fake it. I'm just myself. And if you like that, great. If you don't, you can move on. That's okay too. The second reason why you want to use video as a tool is because it's going to foster trust and build stronger relationships with your audience. For example, Eileen, right? Eileen, you landed on one of my videos, and this is where we started to create our connection. I mean, that's like a perfect example of the power of this. We haven't officially worked together yet, but we are still connected, right? And I'm still here providing you value and support. The third reason is you're going to enhance your visibility and differentiate yourself from the competition. So unless somebody clones you, which, it's going to be hard for me to say this and it not actually be real, the way things are going with AI, which is a little scary. But okay, for right now, let's just talk about like a real human. Right now, we are not cloning real humans, right? So when somebody sees me on video, it is me. It is just me. This is allowing me to differentiate myself from other people that do the same thing that I do. And I no longer see those people as competition. I work with a lot of peers in my industry that are amazing at what they do. They do the same things that I do in their own unique way, but they also are showing up in their own unique way. So it allows us to be different, and that's okay. There's plenty of business to go around. Here's some things I want you to do before you actually hit that go live button or that record button. Decide on the platform that you are going to be on. And there's a couple ways to think about this. Decide on the platform that you are most comfortable with first, and then think, is that platform where my audience is mostly active on? Okay. So for me, it's always been Facebook. Now, I do branch out. So I'm in other places now. Okay. But I'm not as active in those other places. And I'm super transparent about that. Like Instagram, for example, is just not my jam at all. If I go there, it's just while I'm like on the couch and I'm just scrolling through. We do schedule content over there, but you don't find a lot of my live videos over there. I do reels, so those will show up there, but I'm not just somebody to just use Instagram standalone, right? LinkedIn is a place where I'm at and we're getting more focused on this year. That's one of our goals this year, is to really like hone down on LinkedIn, because business wise, as a marketing agency, this is where a lot of our ideal clients are. But Facebook is my jam. It's where I really connect with people on a deeper level. And so that's why I always chose Facebook to be my main platform. Now, there are some really fun third-party apps or tools that you can use now to stream in multiple places like we're doing today, right? So I, for example, use Restream. If you want a link to that, I'll send you my affiliate link for that. But there's many of them out there. There's Be Live, there's StreamYard, there's other ones as well. Choosing the right platform is going to be really important. Okay. So the right platform for you, and then also think about where your audience is mainly active on. Technical setup. I want you to know it does not have to be super high tech. Okay. So right now I am using my laptop. I do have an external camera just because the quality is better. And I'm using natural lighting right now. So I'm in front of a window. So you just want lighting behind your camera. If you don't have natural lighting, or if you're doing this in the evening and obviously it's dark outside, just get a ring light. And you can get ring lights for $20 to 100 something bucks. Okay. So it's not like a huge investment or setup. You do want your background to be a little bit more less distracting, right? When you're doing these power live videos. Now, if you're out and about and you're doing a quick video on your phone, that's totally different. I do those all the time when I'm out on my walks. And those I typically do when like something just pops in my mind that I want to express, that I want to get out there, that I feel is like really valuable in the moment to resonate with others. But if you're in your office, the setup can be very, very simple. It doesn't have to be super high tech. And then the last thing is you want to let people know ahead of time, right? So send emails out, promote it on social media with several different posts leading up to when you're going to go live. Do it, promote it in the morning, put it in stories, send out messages. So announcing and letting people know that you're going to be live is actually going to get more people there. Also, sending out the replay. So if you send out a replay to your followers, maybe the following day, that's another really great way to get more people to watch that video. Know that typically a lot of your audience is not going to be there live. Most of them are going to come back for the replay, and that's totally okay. Now, what do you talk about on video? This is like always the question. So here's the thing. Many of us, we need some guidance with this. First, know that content is queen. Okay. It's huge. It's really what's going to drive engagement and interaction with your ideal clients online and move them through this customer journey, through an experience, so they can get to know, like, trust, and eventually want to buy from you. With that in mind, you want to talk about your expert insights. Okay. That's just one thing. Expert insights, share your unique perspective on things, industry trends, challenges, new opportunities. This is going to allow you to really position yourself as a thought leader so that people are seeing you as a resource, right? When people see you as a resource, they see you as someone that they should look up to. Kind of like, remember when we were in grade school or even throughout our schooling, we looked up to our teachers, right? Same thing. They were a resource for us. You are a resource for your ideal clients. The second kind of content that you can use, not kind of, it is the second type of content that you can use are success stories. So share a success story, share a case study, share something about a client that you worked with, highlighting real life examples of what it was like or what they were going through maybe before working with you, what it was like working with you and what happened after. And even better yet, do a Q&A session with some of your clients or an interview session with your client. That could create a really, really powerful live stream video for you. The third type is behind the scenes. So share behind the scenes. Okay. Maybe you are working on something. You could actually do like a screen share during your live video while you're working on something. I've done this when I've worked with AI inside of our private communities more so, but still I've done that live and I'll actually go through some of the prompts that are really successful for our clients right now using AI and I'll screen share while I'm doing it. So that's showing a little bit behind the scenes. It could be a behind the scenes of how I set up my live stream video. Same thing. Some key things to keep in mind to really make impact so that you make sure that your videos stand out are you will need to be consistent. Like doing a video one week and then not doing another video for a month is not truly being consistent. If you want your clients to show up, you have to show up for them too. Remember, it's all about showing up as a leader, and leaders are consistent. Keeping in mind consistency and value, consider doing a weekly or creating a weekly schedule for yourself so that you maintain engagement. For me, it's Thursdays at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Every Thursday, you can find me on social media, on Facebook or LinkedIn at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Every Thursday or most Thursdays, you can find me at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time inside of our private group, right? So it's consistent. The days that I can't be there, I either pre-record or if it's inside of our private group, I will just change the time or day to another day because life happens, right? We're human. How about personal storytelling that is relevant to a topic in business? Absolutely. That's what I mean by personal storytelling. Like personal storytelling that relates to your business challenges, to your business opportunities, to your business, all of the amazing things that have happened in your business too. So yeah, 100%. And here's the thing, like don't block yourself in to, I'm not sure if I should share this. If it's about you and how it relates to your business, absolutely you should share it. Like you shouldn't hold back on that. That's only going to, and that's actually going to take me to my next one. It's only going to share more of your authenticity. So my next one is authenticity always wins. Don't hold back. It's what resonates with viewers more than a polished script. And sharing your genuine passion. So Eileen, your genuine passion for what you do is because of this spiritual awakening that you had, right? Or that's one of the reasons. So you want to share that. People need to know what's on the inside, right? This is going to allow your expertise to really shine through. Lastly, is make sure you have a call to action. Okay. So whether it's just asking people to drop a heart if they love this, or to say the word workshop to get a reminder when the workshop opens up for registration, whatever that is. Or maybe it's, hey, if you want to find out how you can work with me, how I can support you throughout this process, click the link above this video, which really click the link above this video. There's a link up there and grab a call on my schedule. So I hope this was helpful. And remember, guys, to stay social. All right. Bye.